Hey, I'm Amanda, and I am one of the brand trainers here at Lush Cosmetics, and I've been asked to talk to you about a product that I'm actually quite passionate about because I think it's different than anything else I've seen on the market when it comes to things like serums, and that is Full of Grace Solid Serum. Now, what I like about serums just in general is I'm a big skincare fan, and serums, how I think about them are, if you think about like a facial moisturizer as being a really healthy green smoothie, then a serum is almost like a shot of wheatgrass. They're meant to be these super nutrient, like rich, dense things for your skin. So they're meant to really feed and give back to the skin. So when serums, first started popping up, I was immediately drawn to them. And when we came out with Full of Grace as our serum, it became really clear to me that no one makes a serum like Lush makes a serum. And one of the big reasons why is because, as we just showed, it's solid, right? So as a naked product with no need for extra packaging, it also means that there's no water inside. So looking at that ingredient list, and I highly recommend you do it if you're super interested in ingredients and their effects. I love this one because those top three, it's got cupuaçu butter and muru butter. Those are two Brazilian plant butters that are super softening and hydrating for the skin, but they actually sandwich calamine powder as the top three ingredients. So what you can see, and I'm actually just gonna put just a little bit on my own skin, as the slip that this product has is beautiful. It melts directly onto skin. It's actually meant for the face, as you might imagine a serum would be. But because of that calamine powder, which of course is soothing on your skin, it almost balances out the butters inside to give this like really velvety, soft finish. So this is actually a product that I really enjoy talking to you all about when I'm in one of our Lush shops, because seeing people's faces when they feel that like velvety, silky, soft finish is so fun. They can see the effects right away on their skin, and that's what we're really working with when it comes to the texture and the moisture. But I also am a big fan of it because it's full of really nutrient-dense ingredients like portobello mushrooms. Portobello mushrooms are bomb because they're full of antioxidants, which are feeding your skin, but they're also a super great source of selenium, which helps your body to actually make the most out of those antioxidants as possible. So between the butters and the calamine for that velvety finish on your skin, the portobello mushrooms, there's almond oil in there too, which is a lovely source of vitamin E to keep your skin really healthy and glowing. I love using this one, of course, as a naked serum, but sometimes I'll just use it as my facial moisturizer too, because it gives me a lovely amount of hydration, but it also is really soothing for, I have like little bits of red undertones and things like that, and the rose inside helps to calm it, but all the while I know that I'm really feeding my skin with things like almond oil and the portobello mushrooms. So there are lots of different ways you can use it, but know that no matter what, you're giving your skin a lot of moisture, lots of softness, and really feeding it, which is super important to us here at Lush when it comes to our skincare. So to speak just a little bit more about the fact that it's naked, because I know that for myself as a Lush employee, almost all of our products are naked. We have a naked alternative for everything in our store, so I'm quite used to being in the Lush environment and seeing lots of naked products. But if I kind of pull out a little bit and think about like my experience as a skincare consumer, I don't see it anywhere else. So the benefits of having, a naked product like Full of Grace is, of course, that we are cutting out packaging. If we look at the beauty industry, it is full of packaging, right? So whether that's, cardboard boxes or bottles or even pumps, things like that, it adds up. And I think that oftentimes it's really easy to forget or not really be aware of where does all that trash go. So there's that saying of like, there is no away when you throw something away. So I think it is quite important for us to, especially people who are super into beauty and skincare and all those cosmetics products, to buy really consciously. But at the same time, I think, especially at Lush, we don't want to ever sacrifice quality or effect just for the sake of wanting to remove packaging and saying like, oh, look at this thing, it's naked. So what I also like about Full of Grace, I'm just gonna put more on my skin because it feels really good, is that I like the idea of removing the water from the product, because as we can see, is like I'm just like melting it on my skin, it melts just fine. It's got a great creaminess to it, and I can actually just let it sit on the skin, knowing that I'm getting the most concentrated elements out of it. You know, and water is not bad. We shouldn't give water a bad rap because water is quite hydrating for you. I know, big surprise. But when it comes to something like a cream or a serum, I think the idea of having only the most impactful ingredients is key. So that, you know, especially with something like a serum, the whole point of them is to really be giving back to your skin. I think Full of Grace for me is, like I said, there's nothing else like it on the market. So I think it's quite the product. I also wanted to say just like a little bit more about like the logistics of the product. So like, how are you using it? When are you using it? I've got a few tips just having been using it for quite a few years and recommending it to a lot of people. Now, as it is in essence a serum, you can of course use it in your skincare regimen just as that. So something, if you like using a cleanser and a toner, great, do those. Maybe before you put on a moisturizer, Full of Grace would be really lovely depending on how much moisture you're looking for. I know a lot of people who will totally use Full of Grace and then one of our moisturizers that is a little bit more light and airy, like our vanishing cream. So it's something where you can totally use it as like a serum moisturizer combination. For me, I actually love the amount of moisture that Full of Grace gives on its own. So when I will massage that onto my face after I've cleansed and toned, I'll let it soak in, and that is my moisturizer. So another way you can use it too, and actually one of my favorite ways that I need to start doing more, because I think it's so brilliant and I want to take better care of my skin when it comes to my face masks, is to actually use it as a massage medium. So you saw how like easily it melts onto my skin. You can actually take that and give yourself a really lovely pampering face massage. Face massages are lovely to not only increase circulation, but to really help to tone up your muscles and just to help you relax a little bit. So you can use it as a massage medium, massage the skin, and then if you're really like wanting to take it the extra mile and do something nice for yourself, put a face mask on top. So the ingredients inside, things like almond oil, are lovely vegetable carrier oils. So they can help other ingredients like in your face mask to actually really do better work while they're sitting on your skin. Also really lovely for clay masks. So clays, our fresh face masks are great examples of like beautifully well-made clay-based masks. The Full of Grace on top is your first layer, and then with the face mask on top of that helps to keep the face mask a little bit hydrated throughout the process, so it's not like crinkling off your skin as it starts to dry. So I'm a big fan of that as well. So whether you're using it in morning as a lovely serum or moisturizer combination, at night to like let it soak in and feed your skin overnight, or even as something to use as a massage medium and to use with your fresh face mask, Full of Grace is incredibly flexible. And I think that's quite reflective of our skincare philosophies in general. We don't like a lot of rules. We don't think that there's like one size fits all when it comes to skincare. It's more about knowing your skin, listening to it, and doing what's best for it based on what you like and the goals that you have, and seeing our products as ways to pick what you like, don't pick what you don't like, and use that, incorporate into your own personal regimen. So this is a brand new video series that we're trying out, and it's really our way of listening to you all and talking to you about what you want to hear about. So whether that's about a particular product or range, or finding out more about why we do things the way we do them, you can go ahead and leave comments here, and of course we're going to interact with you there, but we're also going to take note of what you all are saying and making sure that our videos, which we're going to be publishing on a weekly basis, touch on those things so that you can hear directly from us about what you want to hear about. So if you haven't already, please leave us comments about what do you want to hear about. If we're going to have this like one-to-one chat with one another, what do you want to talk about? Because we'll make sure that that's what we cover. So I think that's all I have to say, which is quite a lot, about Full of Grace. So thank you so much for watching. Of course, let us know if you have any questions or comments or feedback below in the comments section. We also have a ton of other content for you all to check out. So whether it's on our YouTube or our Instagram, please do interact with us. Let us know what you want, and I hope to see you around soon. Bye.